Hey guys, Darkfate here. Today I'm answering a question from one of my subscribers, DragonDude997. And he asked, "What are my favorite game genres?" But before I get to that, I just wanted to show I am almost done with the High New Gundam. This is what I have done now. I didn't get to work on it yesterday because I was at a friend's house and I slept over there, so I didn't get to work on it. But this is what I have done. Here's the back of it. It's going to have like fuel tanks in the bottom under his jets right here, and it's just going to have like wings. I haven't built those yet, but this is what it looks like so far. It's a really innovative model kit in the way that everything's snapped together. Probably the most diverse way I've seen it so far. But we'll get to that some other time. So favorite game genres. I guess I'll say them and then I'll say why after I say them all. So my favorite of all time would have to be RPGs. It doesn't matter if it's like a JRPG or a Western RPG. I usually play JRPGs though. I don't know why, but I just find them more interesting than Western. Although Western RPGs are a lot more innovative. I really like action adventure games. Things like Zelda, Onimusha, things like that. I like occasionally I do like kind of like puzzle games, not like Tetris though. Like more like the pick up and play, like you'll see on like iPod Touches and stuff like that. I like platformers a lot of like the old school platformers. Those are really fun. I don't know, like things like Crash Bandicoot, Mario, you know, like things like that. I am kind of a shooter fan. I'm kind of on the fence on shooters. I really like third-person shooters. Things like Gears of War and things like that, like over-the-shoulder kind of things like Resident Evil, and I've never really owned a shooter game, first-person shooter game. I don't think. COD4 is fun. I don't own it. Only shooter I've really owned is Gears of War and Gears of War 2. And I played the shit out. Well, I played the shit out of Gears of War. Gears of War 2, I beat it and then I used to play a little bit of online, but the online I don't really like it compared to Gears of War 1. Yeah, I think those. Oh, and then I love racing games. I really love. I don't really like the more the realistic kind, like Forza or Gran Turismo. I was about to say Gran Torino. Gran Turismo. But I really like arcade, like the more arcade-esque ones, like Burnout and Need for Speed and things like that. Those are just really fun, I think. Midnight Club. So those are my favorites. So JRPGs, I don't know. I kind of grew up on RPGs. Like those are kind of the original. Oh wow, I almost forgot one. I really like fighting games. But I'll get to that. I kind of grew up on RPGs and fighting games when I was younger, because I mean, I've owned a Super Nintendo, N64, PlayStation 2. I mean, I've owned a lot of systems, but the one I really played a lot was PlayStation because my brother got it when it first came out, and I remember I would just go and play PlayStation before school. I'd wake up at like 6 o'clock in the morning because school was at like 8 or 9 when I was in elementary, and I used to just play that, and my brother's room was right next to it, so I always had to have the volume down. But I always played like RPGs and things like that. I don't really remember what the first RPG I played was. I think I am not sure. The first one that was memorable for me playing was Chrono Cross. I just really love that game. That's probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, RPGs. of all time. And then I really played the hell out of Final Fantasy X, which my friend will never let me forget that I was going to buy. Well, I did buy the the Gundam Journey to Jaburo game for PS2 when that came out, and it was like the same time Final Fantasy X came out. And he'll never let me forget that he told me to bring it back and buy Final Fantasy X because it was just an amazing game, and he was obviously right. So I did that. In terms of fighting games, I've been playing fighting games since like mid '90s. So when I was when I was a kid, I think my first, well, obviously I played like Street Fighter 2 and things like that on like the Super Nintendo, but I think the first major thing that really got me into fighting games was probably X-Men vs. Street Fighter for PlayStation. I never owned it, but, well, maybe I did own it. I don't really remember. I can't remember from now, but that game really got me hooked on fighters, and I used to play that a lot. And then I started playing more of the Street Fighter games. I used to really like those 3D Street Fighter games for the PlayStation, even though they're like complete shit now that I play them again. I don't own them, but I played them again. But on fighting games, I'm a big Street Fighter fan. Then Guilty Gear came out, and I played a lot of that with my friend and things like that. Super Smash Brothers, obviously. I don't really consider that in the fighting genre, just because it's so. It's I don't know, but I just don't. I consider it more like a party game. But I used to play a lot of Super Smash Brothers. I remember when it first came out that everybody was like saying that you can get all these cheats to get all these secret characters. Like Digimon was popular at the time, and people were saying like you could put in a cheat to get Angelmon or whatever the hell his name is. And I always used to want to get him, and I never was able to. But I just remember that. Racing games. What can I say about racing games? I played Twisted Metal. That was probably my first racing game. Really loved that. Don't really like it anymore, but I really like Burnout. I don't really like Burnout Paradise, but I really like Burnout 3. That's a really fun game. Midnight Club 2. I played a lot of that. Yeah. So those are. I'm not gonna go into all the genres and shit, but the main two my favorite are probably fighting and RPGs. I really play a lot of those. Yeah. So if you guys have any more questions you want to ask me, feel free to put them in the comments. I mean, you can ask as many as you want. I'll answer them all. Yeah. So I'll catch. Oh, and then one more thing. From Friday until Monday, I will not be here. I'm gonna be on my senior retreat for school, and I'm on the committee that actually planned it, so I'm need to leave on Friday instead of Saturday. So I will see you guys I'm leaving tomorrow at 2, so maybe I'll get on. But I'll see you guys on Monday. So I'll catch you guys later. Add any questions you want. See ya.